Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are going to play our two matches today. First off, we're taking on Yuki, and this is one of the teams that I've come up with concept since it's no longer water season. So normally I'd have Legendary Ninian on this team, but yeah,
I'm unstoppable.
No one does what Ninian does, so we gotta just move on. It still has a lot of actions, this team. Nonetheless, even though Ninian isn't here, which would have been just one more action, but hopefully Golvig can just make up for it. This is New Year's Golvig, I mean. So we have two Gale Forcers, Selef to just do Selef stuff, and then Shez here to take out enemy tanks, unless it's green. I mean, she probably could still take out green units. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Normally I don't have a ranged unit on this team. I would have another Gale Forcer, but I figured that I needed someone for that in the event that Golvig,
as ordered,
not Golvig, Nerthuz was missing kills. So here, Shez. Also, I get to test out this new build just to see if it's good. It was proving pretty promising in the defensive tests that I did. Although I've still taken up 2 losses already on defense this week. It doesn't look like it's going to be a good week for defense for me, which is fine. Which it's weird, man. Like, I look at some of these other defense replays, and I'm like, are we just in completely different servers? Because I feel like my server is way harder than your server. Like, the mistakes that I see players making, they would never make those mistakes against my defense. I feel like my defense forces people to play play smarter for some reason. Maybe I'm just making my defense too scary. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really just reconsidering everything because some people don't even know how to play against dual Sanaki, and I'm like, this is the most common nuke in the game. Why are you balling your units together around Byleth when you're going to be save tanking? You shouldn't be doing that because she is going to get extra damage from the number of units that are around your Byleth. So what are you even doing?
It's a promise.
I don't know, man. It's just weird. I feel like people play better when they're playing against me. And that's just a theory that I have, a game theory. But aside from that, Shez there missing the kill. I feel like this is her best build currently. Peony making it work for me because I had no buffs there. But Peony making it work. We meet the speed check and we quad clap. And that, what you saw right there, was the power of Emblem Marth. So I paired the two of them together just to give Shez that extra push that she needs to be able to hit lethality on the second hit. Also, it works really, really well with Miracle. I'm probably gonna do a review on defense and I'll show you the results. Let's see how it works out, but it works really, really well with Miracle. Desperation Miracle on Shez, fantastic. It really made up for the fact that I'm unable to run Legendary Crom in this season because, again, it's no longer water season, which is, in my opinion, the best season. Fire is a close second, but yeah, water season is the best. It has the best legendaries, the most powerful ones. So I don't see how anyone can disagree. The water legendaries are top tier. So Shez here is doing her best impression of Prom as a nuke, just being able to kill pretty much everything here, and that's what I'm going to be using her for this season. With the constant lethality procs, really just coming in clutch there. I was completely right. I remember a couple weeks ago I said, is it just me or does Brave Marth's Genesis Falchion, whenever it pops up, it comes up with the green. Before that, it was just white. And as you can see there, whenever Shez procs her special, you see that it's actually the green in the special. And that was something that they snuck in before they released the emblem mechanic. I don't think Marth is supposed to have that. Brave Marth, I think his special proc is still supposed to be white when his weapon activates. I don't know why it's like that, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it. It's just something that I noticed, and I guess this is what it was for, the emblem mechanic. Also, since Medios is bonus this season, it means that Nerthus won't be able to Gale Force often, at least my Nerthus, because with the bonus stats, he actually is able to survive. So, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Probably going to have to use other Nerthus, New Year's Nerthus to initiate, since she has that extra damage. Well, we'll see how that works. As you can see here, he's getting the full damage reduction because which is 60% because Fallen Maria is there, but she's already procced her miracle effect because I took out a unit earlier. Now let's transition into talking about Lumera for a little bit. Lumera as a mythic is bad. So far, just like from testing, like I've had to do a bunch of tests with her because she doesn't really fit onto my teams. Like, I don't feel like she fits onto any team really. If maybe she gave the speed blessing, I'd probably like feel better about it. But given the defensive blessing, it's kind of like whatever.
What do we do?
I feel like she's... Maybe if she was ranged, but there's no way she'd be a ranged dragon. That's just not in the game. But I actually realized that Light Season doesn't have any ranged units aside from Cooler and Air. Whereas in Anima Astra, like half of the mythics are ranged. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Light Season actually does need some range mythics. I forgot about Ito, but he's not really a ranged nuke. He's more of a tank, and he's horrible at that now. He's fallen completely off. So, yeah, most of the light mythics are either combat units or supports, whereas Astra Anima Season has a good amount of competent nukes. And I feel like they probably should have went a different route instead of putting out Lumera as a mythic, because she not fast enough, not bulky enough.
It's a promise.
Is ultimately her problem, which means that if you want to omni tank with her, she's gonna fail. Maybe if you have merges, but I mean, who merges mythics these days? Well, I take that back. We'll still merge their mythics. I just don't. I don't care. But yeah, she's just not very good. The terrain that she provides, I'm not like high on it. It's not like in comparison to the terrain that Rattata provides, or even comparison to the stone terrain that Corrin provides. It's probably a little bit better than the terrain that Corrin provides, if I'm being honest. But I'm just not like very happy with this Lumera. And the fact that she only moves 2 spaces as well.
As ordered.
Man, just not a good unit, man. I'm not happy with her. Yeah, really not happy with her.
Am I needed?
I can't wait for her bonus season to be over, but February is the shortest month, so I won't have to suffer for too long. But yeah, it's not going to be fun bringing her around. Hopefully the upcoming banners will bring out some range nukes or just some units that I can use instead of her for offense, because yeah, I'm not looking forward to using this unit.
Of course.
Like I've tried to. She can beat a few of the dark mythics. She does okay against Bramimon if he's not like fully invested. I had to change her build completely, like except for her A skill, which I feel is kind of useful. I've had to change her B slot passive. I've left her C skill because that's the only thing that she has that provides any real value. But running distant counter dragon on her is oftentimes ineffective because she just for some reason doesn't double. She's not fast enough, which you're going to have to invest in her speed, which I don't intend on doing. I'm not going to do it. And Dragon Wall is what I ended up giving her because it's probably her best B-slot skill, aside from like counter roar and stuff.
What do we do?
Just because of the extra damage reduction, it ends up working out in her If I could compare to anyone, it would probably be like better Milla. Even though I still think Milla is better than her because the isolation is probably better than what she does, which is Schism, Ruse Schism, which counteracts Catcher Balls, but Catcher Balls weren't really a thing in Light Dark Season anyways because everyone's just running the Cav line these days.
Can't beat me.
Yeah, so I don't really think that her design is the best, but we'll see how she pans out. I'll continue the rest of the week and see what my thoughts are. GG's.